Hello there, my crafty friends. It's Ashley Pfeiffer, the maker behind Stamped AF. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and for this, my second week of theme projects, I am using the new Tropical Hideaway stamp set. This is a background stamp in the new annual catalog, and given that the mini is only around for a couple more weeks, I thought I have to pair it with Artfully Layered. I just have to. Now, funny story, I'm not actually showing you Artfully Layered in this video, but this was the last card that I made for my projects for this week. I mean, it may not be the last, but it was the one that was most recently finished, and I just had to share it. Now, I apologize because I shared a clear envelope shaker card a couple weeks ago. It was the Seize the Day, but this is the Sweet Songbirds one that I have, and they are very different. This one has the frame around it, it's got the background in there, it's got a whole bunch of sequins, and then it's got the card. This one is much different. So it's got those gorgeous leaves in the background. It's got some of the, what are these called? It's got some of those same gorgeous sequins, but then in the background, we've got that fern embossing folder. I've done some ink blending, and there was no way I was going to be able to share this in a reel or in my Facebook Live. So repetitive or not, it is a different kind of technique in a way. But I want to share the other projects that I've designed for this week because I just can't contain myself. So like I said, this was the last one that I made. The first one that I made is my second favorite. I'm going to share how to do this. I think this one might be Facebook Live on Wednesday. I haven't decided. I love it. It's easy. I've got a couple of techniques and tricks for you. This is another favorite. This one is a lot of coloring, so let me know if you'd like to see this one. I might do it as a reel so that it's sped up, but it's a fun little peekaboo card. I've used the Paradise Palms with the On the Horizon DSP. Got a flip up and another flip up. And now this one is adhered there, so this doesn't end up opening the full way, but so cute, right? Sorry about the barking. So that is another one. And then I have one that I don't love, but it's a great tip. So you may see this one. This one might be another reel. And then this one here. So you will see all of those this week, but let me get my craft on, show you how I made this, and the rest will be sped up with a voiceover so that you don't hear more barking. I am using my Stamparatus to stamp the background onto the vellum. I find that whenever I'm using a background stamp or something large like this, or something where I need 100% coverage, the Stamparatus is the way to go. I'm using shaded spruce ink, and I should have had my embossing powder ready because there are a couple of spots that just won't take. You'll see me fidgeting with those a little bit. I am preheating my heat tool on the highest setting, and when it's ready to go, I will lower it to the number 1. That prevents warping. To add color to my vellum, I have flipped it over. I'm not working on the side that has the ink and the embossing powder. I have flipped it over. I'm coloring all of these leaves, so I have used the darker of most colors in most cases. Parakeet Party, dark. Granny Apple Green, dark. I am now using Mossy Meadow, dark. Shaded Spruce, dark. And just when you think you know what I'm going to say, I am using Evening Evergreen, but the light one. This stamp might be intimidating because there is so much coloring, but you may have noticed with some of the samples I showed you that I will be going more into over the course of the week. And this right here, you don't need to spend a lot of time coloring. When I'm coloring on vellum, I don't bother doing any shading because as soon as you bring in the other color, it just kind of wipes out the first. So here I'm going to do some ink blending, and my brush was still a tiny bit damp, so I really do not get a good blend on this, but I'm using Parakeet Party, Granny Apple Green, and Garden Green. I know not three colors you might put together, but it works. So once I have this blended to my liking, or as close as I can get it, I am going to emboss it using the 3D Fern or Fern 3D embossing folder. This adds some texture. And now I'm coming in with a sponge dauber and shaded spruce. I will admit this is not my best blending. I mean, from beginning to end, you can see there's a line there. So now I'm just going to adhere it to my old olive card base, and I'm adding my sequins into my clear envelope. Going to seal this up. I do use Scotch tape, and I will tell you that it needs to be the transparent version. You cannot use like this frosted, I can't remember what it's called, but don't use this. It is too obvious, and you'll see me having to cover it up later. So going back to that card base, I am using Terran tape and liquid glue. I add my clear envelope. Going to add my sentiment. Because I'm using liquid glue on a clear envelope, I decide that I need to let it sit for a minute or two, or 2 seconds. I'm adding my basic white panel to the back, and now I'm going to add my gold thanks. I do suggest that if you're using adhesive sheets, try and make sure you don't have a seam going through. So here's where I'm showing you I need to cover up that tape. So I have run out of my Parakeet Party tape or ribbon, and it wouldn't have worked anyways. So I'm using Evening Evergreen sheer ribbon. And I will tell you, I struggled with this bow for probably 5 minutes. So I cut that part out, just gave you the first bow that I tied, and be done with it. So get that ready. I'm going to add a couple of the brushed dots, and that is it. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the other projects that I'm going to share this week. We'll see you soon, my crafty friends. Bye.